Good morning, YouTube. It's Philip 20. I just went downstairs to get my cell phone, and I realized that the batteries are in decent condition this morning. They're at 12.3 volts, which is 70%. It snowed a bunch. You guys already know it. Defrost. Everybody knows. You can hear my defrost. We got our temperature is at 60 degrees as usual, and our inverter's always warm. I never shut it off. So all that stuff's done charged, so I turned off that piece right there. I got some change in a dollar bill. My batteries are doing better. And I want to do a video on the hot water heater repair. Let's take a look. Right here, it was broken. Right there, it was broken. Right there, it was broken. Right there, it was broken. The other side had 3 parts on the bottom tube. I brazed all those up. You had one over here, I think one right there, and not sure where the other one was. And also I had another busted tube. Actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I busted it in 7 places, but it held pressure yesterday. It was holding pressure. I put this is a recovery machine. It recovers refrigerant. Instead of using it to recover refrigerant, I'm using it to inject pressure into the system. It's basically a small compressor that compresses something. It'll compress refrigerant, it'll compress air, anything that's compressible, it'll push it and move it into a different place. It won't pump water. It's you can't compress water, you can only pump it. You can force it to move in a different direction, but you can't compress water because water is not compressible. So I pressurized it. I took this gas leak detector fluid, sprayed it on everything. The only thing that was leaking was the tips of these batteries because I ran out of hose clamps. I got one hose clamp, but you know, if I put one hose clamp on there, I'll still be leaking out another one. I can't pressurize it indefinitely. What I've done is I'm still using this vinyl tubing here, this plastic tubing. So I brazed on, I should say, these connectors here. Also brazed on this pressure testing gauge here. That way I can hook up my heat pump manifold set, heat and air conditioning manifold, straight to the coil and pressurize it. I want to be able to pressurize this with, you know, nitrogen or air or whatever I want to do. I just want to be able to pressurize it because it's a nuisance not to be able to do that. I've done it with the other coil that's over there. It's a mess right now. You can see what I've done. I've got the pump in here. I've got the reservoir tank right here. I've got the coil in the back compartment, and I got a pressurizing tester here. You can see it there. And I got our water jug on top, and I got 2 gallons of antifreeze today. I've had it for a couple of days since I busted the coil. I will not make that mistake twice. So I'm just going to show you what's going on with this. And I got to put it back outside, but I got a problem. I don't want moisture outside when I put it in, so I'm gonna have to wait. I'm sorry, can't do it. I can, but I can't. I got to get rid of the moisture. There's water where I blew out the coil, all the moisture out of it. It's been a long process with this heater. I have to get all these sharp edges. Any sharp edges, it's going to cut the thin plastic that I got. So once I get rid of all this stuff, I'm going to tie it back together outside, pump antifreeze and water through it, and then I'll be ready to go. But I've talked to another heat and air conditioning company, and what I decided to do is get another outdoor coil. The one I'm going to be getting is going to be a lot easier to work on, and all I got to do is put it in a loop with this one. So it's going to be super easy to install another coil. I might actually run tubing all the way to the roof and put all the coils on the roof. That way it's out of the way on the ground, and I can put some thicker plastic up on the roof, and everything will be a whole lot easier to deal with. I don't want a nuisance looking on the ground, but I do not want to hinder my new project with the solar panels. I'm going to have, you can see that breaker panel on the left is the new one. It's still not tied up. And the breaker panel on the right, I got the cover off of it. I was working with it. So it's just a project I'm proceeding with. And any more projects that I can get, I'll look into it. And this is Phil at 20 signing out of Guns, Games, and Racing.